Today we are in Santa Barbara Design Center and I am going to see Susan Shan. Maybe you remember her from the last season. Today is a special day though. We're gonna go do her own house and I'm excited to see what she has done in the house and how we're gonna put it together. Wow, Susan, I think we have a good color palette to start with. So what do you want us today? Why we are here? Maybe you should tell the viewers a little bit about it.
You know that I'm an alcoholic, so that I can't keep my hands off homes. This is my third home in Santa Barbara that I've done this with. This one I hopefully will stay in because I love this home and I love the views here.
I have somehow my doubts about it.
But you could be right. But in the meantime, what happens to me in order to keep my frenzy fed is I need to change my house every, sometimes months, few months.
Oh my goodness.
And sometimes even weeks. If I get an inspiration, I see a pillow or something I love, then that comes in and then something else goes out.
Okay, so where do you want to start today?
So let's bring the rugs in, the ones I chose from your shop that I love, the Moroccan ones.
Yeah.
Because you know I have this angst, I need to go to Africa soon because everything in my home tends to be from Africa, so I saw those rugs and loved them.
Keep telling me you have a bucket list of going to Africa and I see everything African around. You should definitely go. Let's start with the rug though.
So I love these. This makes me happy and it's soft and it reminds me a little bit of my little Bichon doggy.
Oh, this is beautiful. You picked a good one. It's one of my best sellers. Surprisingly simple rug, but beautiful.
And this is a Moroccan, correct?
It's a Moroccan design. We make these by hand in northern India.
Oh, beautiful. Okay.
Susan, I love the new sofas you picked.
Thank you for these. These I love. I'll tell you why they're so important to me. First of all, they're comfort. Ultimate comfort, I feel. The color, this linen fabric that I can actually, you told me I can.
Is it washable linen? Yes.
We drink a lot of wine and you know, there's messes made. I've got a dog. And I like the height of the back on these. Now I add a lot of pillows to these that I got from you as well because I like the comfort of it, but the height.
We also made them a little bit deeper for you because your husband is tall.
Thank you, yes.
More comfort.
And this is where we live. In the winter time, we put the fire on in here, we sit here, play a game of Scrabble, and this
is wonderful.
This is our spot, so I love these sofas.
I love your original coffee table. That's
Thank
actually
you.
a nice piece.
This is an old piece. You probably know better than I do where this came from, but I also think in a home you can constantly refinish wood. So if the wood's a different color and it's not working from you, scrape it down, recolor it, restain it, and you've got a different table.
It used to be an old door. You were asking about it. It used to be an old door. They put legs on it to make it to coffee table. No, that's an old door, and
I like that better.
They're a little bit shorter people, so actually the door is not 6 feet 8 inches that we have here. It's like about 5.5 feet.
And that's why the little nubs and things.
The little nubs.
That's why. That's
used
what
to be
makes
an
it
outdoor.
interesting.
Yeah, that used to be an outdoor door.
So here's the other sofa. Now I wanted to stick because it's a smaller room. I wanted to keep the consistency of two similar sofas. You can do different sofas, you can do chairs and sofas, but I do like the fact that I can fit 8 people around here. We can cozy in.
Oh yes. All right. So why don't we put the pillows on?
Pillows are important because the back without them would be hard. And I love these, Michael, because they're so soft and comfortable.
Thank you. Yeah. Can we get the other pillows as well? That one goes in the middle. Yeah, here we go. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Yeah.
And I love this little furry one.
Oh, the fairy one? Yeah. This is a friend of mine, Mr. Joel Choran, makes them.
I love them. You have them in all sizes, and I just think they're so sweet.
Very good.
And I know that they were never. This was skin that was already.
Yeah, well, they are not taken just because of the skin. So these are repurposed again.
Okay, thank you. I feel good about that.
All right, that's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. And it's comfortable.
Wow. Look at that.
Look at this.
Check that out.
It's like, okay, you know? Okay, see, Michael, you can never have enough pillows. It's like like Seinfeld says, you know, it's pillows, pillows, pillows. You take them off in the morning, you put them back at night.
And take it again off.
Take it again, but it makes it comfortable. So
all right.
Necessary. So speaking of pillows, in this particular sofa, I wanted to do something a little bit different. I still like the monochromatic. I love this piece here. And then this is just a simple little cotton wool pillow with, and then a little feeling of France there.
That's beautiful.
Now you've got this nice monochromatic feeling against your lovely Moroccan rug. It matches the other one, but not exactly matchy-matchy.
I think it looks fabulous. Shall we accessorize the table?
Let's do it. Let's get some of those beautiful things I picked out.
Susan, I like it how cozy and warm you made this whole room.
That's fun. Well, the Scrabble set, as I talked about before, is something we do all the time. And I love the fact that you had this gorgeous shell, this gold shell, and I took out the little Scrabble pieces and put them in there, so now
That's very clever.
It's an easier way to work. And
Yeah.
just keep it nice and clean, and again, I like the color scheme of keeping this whole thing monochromatic, but we're missing something there.
And here it is.
Okay, so tell me about this piece.
It's an antique camel seat.
That's a camel seat?
Yeah, this used to go over the hump of the camel and people used to travel with it. It's an interesting item. It's very beautiful.
Thank you, I love this. It's looking great, Michael.
All right, so maybe we should move on to the dining room?
Yeah, let's please do the dining room.
All right.
I've got to eat, you know.
Stay tuned. There is more Design Santa Barbara coming after the break.
So Michael, this piece is an old piece. I'm not sure the history. You probably can tell me about this, but Bobby and I have had it for years, and as we've moved homes, we've actually built homes around this piece because it's special to us. So
Oh, that's so wonderful.
where
to
is
hear.
this from, and what's the history?
Actually, it's an old chest, and they used to use this actually as a piece of functional furnishings, and comes from Rajasthan. It's from India, and it has an amazing patina on it and has original hardware. A lot of times you don't see the hardware because during the wars they used to take the hardware as metal and they used to make bullets out of it.
I feel like
It's
I'm on
beautiful.
Antique Roadhouse. So how much could I have for this? But I think it's time we need to get we need to eat, of course, today. We're going to have so we
Oh,
need to get
yeah.
our dining set in here and that new rug that I've chosen. So.
And the old one you had was a little bit too narrow.
And I love this one because it has the same accents as the living room rug. It's all one big room, so it has to all feel coordinated. You still got the dark stripes in it. I love this.
You pick the same colors and it is a wonderful thing. Again, it's a Moroccan design carpet we make in northern India. Maybe we should bring the table in.
Soft. Yes, let's do that.
All right.
So this table, Michael, has been repurposed because you can do that. You don't need to buy a brand new table. This table was a dark wood as well, more of an orangey color. I just didn't like it, and so I had the entire table refinished to get that more rustic feeling so it would fit better with the house. And now it works again.
It looks beautiful, actually. You did a wonderful job, and the ash color is in very much so nowadays.
And when it changes again,
you
we'll
stain it
change
again? Oh my gosh.
Maybe I'll get you a new table.
I am glad I don't have too many people like you around.
No, I'm the kind of person you want around, right?
No, I'm just kidding,
No.
just kidding.
You want to have somebody who's constantly changing like I am.
This is wonderful. You did a good job on that.
So these are the ashier, because the legs on these chairs were an ashier color, so I actually matched the chair's legs to the table.
It looks beautiful.
And this rattan feeling, these pieces.
And these are the new pillows we
Yeah,
made for
pillows.
those, so.
And you can keep reupholstering those. So if I get tired of the cream, which I never will because I love cream, I can end up changing it to a bright orange or greens or blues, depending upon my next house.
That's
so to
wonderful.
speak.
Yeah, that's actually easy fix.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Beautiful.
And it makes it comfortable because no one wants to sit directly on a rattan.
All right. Gentlemen, can we get the rest of the chairs?
So let's finish this with accessories now.
All right.
Well, this is the runner, table runner. So we're going to put this.
Oh, I love this.
And actually, look at this, Michael, how it matches your rugs.
It
Now,
is.
I didn't even know that when I.
It's interesting. This is an African one, and that one is North African.
This is African fabric. This is what we call the Kuba cloth. And I actually had these cut down from a very large piece, and I have dishes and I have that match this in a way. And I also have table napkins that I took from the same fabric.
Beautiful.
And this is the perfect setting for an evening dinner. I have my
That's romantic.
setting.
Beautiful.
I light my candles.
So what is for dinner, Susan?
Yeah, what should we make, huh? Something Moroccan, a Moroccan meal?
Moroccan, that's it.
I hope you can cook it because I can't.
I know how to cook couscous, that's about it.
Okay, there you go. That's
All
a
right.
start.
Tell us about the chandeliers, actually. That's the most intriguing part about this room.
These chandeliers I found in an antique store in Summerlin, so a lot of local purchasing here. I love to buy from our vendors. And I fell so in love with these two chandeliers that the house wasn't even built yet. So I built the home, or we built the home, around these chandeliers. And they're sort of modern, but they're old and they're made out of they're wood.
They're wooden pieces. They're beautiful, actually.
Thank you. And they light up the house, and they're on that little rheostat, so they get lighter and darker.
That reminds me at a circus tent.
Yeah, that's
It's
where
beautiful.
We're in a Moroccan circus tent.
There you go. So from here we go to the family room.
Let's
correct?
go, yeah, let's go see what we can do with that room because
The most important part of the whole house is your office. I want to show that too if you don't mind.
Oh, I'd love to. That's how I get inspired. Let's take you up
Great,
there.
but let's go first to the family room.
Okay.
Coming up next on Design Santa Barbara.
Okay, Michael, now you have to come into my favorite room of the house, not just for this reason, but because it's so comfortable. This is a place that we spend, Bobby and I, and
This
the
is
kids,
comfortable.
every night. Oh, often after we've had a nice meal and we want to watch our favorite show, and we just fall asleep on this sofa. In fact, it's so comfortable that I've stopped sleeping in my own bed. But all these pillows, thank you very much for these,
Oh, you're
because
welcome.
they
They came
needed
out nice.
they needed extra. I needed more, and I can never have enough pillows.
Well, just you say, the Seinfeld says pillow, pillow, pillow.
But this is old.
Beautiful.
And I think that, as we discussed, I need to replace this because it's
Yeah.
been around for a long time and it's dirty, and I think I wanted some more wood.
It looks a little bit tired.
Yeah.
So let's get the new one. Hopefully that looks good.
This is a beautiful table. This is a nice compliment. It opens the room up a little bit. It gives us a little more space to be able to
The good
play.
thing is you have the same theme of ash, recycled wood, and here it is again.
Yeah. There you go. And
There
then
we go.
You're set to go. So this, I think, now
Fabulous.
is the
I
perfect
actually like it
room.
much better than the other one.
I do too.
It looks
I'm much
updated.
happier. Thank you for that suggestion. And it plays off the woods that we have all around the house, a mix of old and new.
That all said,
Yeah.
I want to see your office.
Oh, I should take you there because I get inspired from that place. So
This is where you do all the magic. Let's go see it.
Let's take a walk.
All right.
Come on. So welcome to my home away from home.
Oh, this is heaven out here. I love your office.
Thank you. It's just a few steps away, but it's actually private enough so I don't have to hear what's going on in the house. And this is my inspiration up here because I get the ocean view and I get to work quietly. You see how quiet it is?
It's very quiet and it smells really good. I love your fruit trees outside.
Thank you.
It's heaven. It's,
Thank you.
Small, cute, little.
It's all the space you need to be creative.
It's beautiful.
Thank
It's
you,
beautiful.
Michael.
No, thank you very much. Thank you for sharing it. The whole beautiful house of yours with our viewers and me.
I'm so glad
And-
you could have come today.
Oh yeah, thank you. Thank you again and looking forward to see you again. All right, Susan, today we got an email from a viewer. Ryan is asking, do I have to always buy new items to make my house look fresh?
That's a good question, Michael. Actually, a good question, Ryan, to you as well. So nowadays, it's just all about sustainability and recycling. And I think what Michael's proven from your shop, and also what I've shown in some of the images you've seen in the house itself, is that you can redo anything. You can redo the fabrics on a sofa. You can redo pillows. You can take a wood product that might be older and make it new by refinishing it. People have antiques that they mix with newer pieces. Michael, you've got gorgeous antiques all over that have all been recycled in a sense from the olden days. And mixing old with new is the way to go. It makes the house feel warm, comfortable, and makes it interesting. So the answer to that is no, you don't have to buy new. You can take from the old and make it new.
Well, that was a great answer. I hope, Ryan, you're happy with this. I
Thank you,
appreciate
Michael.
it. Again,
I've
great
enjoyed
shooting
it.
at your house and great answering the questions we have.
Thank you for coming.
Today on Design Santa Barbara, we are with my dear friend Ron Atwood celebrating his 50th year. Unbelievable as a art dealer and a scholar of African art.
The oldest one on the west coast of the United States.
I have a few questions. I bought my first African art from you, which I still love, and maybe today you can explain to our viewers about African art, the importance of it in the world art history, and how to collect smartly.
Very grateful to be here, Michael, and I'm so happy you do have my piece, and I have a great tapestry from you.
Well, feelings are mutual then.
Now, here's the point. The importance of African art is as important as a European Flemish tapestry or a Leonardo da Vinci. They both come from the passion for something beautiful. And African art is often thought of as something that may not be really beautiful. It's associated with, in the old days, Tarzan and so forth. But I'm here really to point out some of the beauty and joy in African art. So let's go back to when it first influenced Europe. It was brought in by adventurers and traders from the colonial period, introduced to the modern artists of Paris. Picasso, Modigliani, all the rest of them saw African art and had fun showing it to each other and being powerfully influenced by it. One of the most powerful things at that period of time, the early 20th century, 1906, 1907, is the heart-shaped face, which is not threatening, and there it is. The heart-shaped face was one of the most powerful influences on modernism. And there you see an example of it in a mask from Gabon, which comes from the late 19th century. This book, called African Negro Sculpture, really introduced, published by the Museum of Modern Art in New York in 1935, illustrated collections and pieces from people like Helena Rubinstein, the famous cosmetician. And this was one of her masks. That began the influence of African art on world art history, because modernism catalytically came out of African art more than any other indigenous culture of the world.
Yeah, I've seen Picasso's pictures that actually are exact copies of the
and
African
you will see
statues.
some of those pictures. Picasso and a Coda Reliquary Guardian, Modigliani and his famous face compared to a Baule mask, which is what some of you will see here. The Baule and the simple, elegant nose line, that was the influence on Modigliani's portraits. So the point is, here we have in front of us some of the more beatific images of African art. This, a Baule mask, that did in fact influence Modigliani, and Brancusi, the sculpture, his style. Next, we have a very important piece of African art, which is a Punu mask from Gabon, Michael.
That's
and
beautiful.
This is really a masterpiece. On the table in front of this mask, you see a cover showing a Punu mask on a book just devoted to the Punu. On the other side, you see another Punu mask from a famous collection that was sold in 2001 at Sotheby's. That mask brought over $400,000 in 2001. Now I'm getting into what the value of African art at the top level is. This mask, another one very similar to this, actually sold for slightly over $1 million.
Wow.
Yeah. On the other hand, you want to know also, and I hope that viewers will want to know, that not everything has to cost that much. So what I've also pointed out here and will show to you are things that can be gotten for an affordable price. For example, currency. Believe it or not, what you're seeing in front of you is a rather large penny.
It is a
It's
penny.
made out of pure copper. It's not really a penny,
Let's see if
Michael.
it fits in my pocket.
But yeah, but this is actually a form of currency. And it makes a great designer's piece. Put it on a mount like this and you've got modern art. These go for about $500.
Oh, that's pretty affordable.
Another thing that's affordable, that is authentic and real, I have behind me. African weapons can make a great wall decoration. They're powerful, they come in many forms, and you can get them for between $500 and $1,000
that's
generally.
affordable.
So this is nice for anyone who wants to have something tribal, yet not just a reproduction, but the real thing. So there you have that affordable level. Now, when you get into sculpture, you have to be realistic, and I would say, as a dealer who's been at it for some 50 years, that pieces like this are going to be around $3,000. This is authentic early African sculpture. Pieces that are masterpiece level, and I wanted the public to at least see this. That's why I brought an absolutely, if I don't mind my saying so, stunning
It's
Punu
beautiful.
mask.
Yes, it is.
They are stunning, and it's hard not for anyone to fall in love with the beauty of what represents the spirit of a beautiful woman. That's an example of the top level of African art, which is now bringing record-breaking prices at auctions. And then there's everything in between. So this is an approachable art form with many styles. So you can see the vast array of styles going on here. And that's important that you know that African art And the kind that I must admit I personally prefer is the abstraction of cubism. A piece that you got from me demonstrates that. And then the ones that I prefer for my own collecting, which are these beatific objects that have great power as well as presence. So I really thank you. And if there are any questions that you might have further, I'd be happy to answer them. But otherwise, I'm just going to go on teasing you like I mercilessly do every time we meet.
Well, I thank you very much. That was a amazing lecture, and I'm pretty sure the viewers got a lot out of it, and looking forward to have you another time on our show.
Absolutely, Michael. I'll look forward to that.
Thank you, Ron.
You
Thank
take good care.
Appreciate it.